people, thank you for this special episode. This is the first guest appearance. We got Mason Tharp, Jalin Conyers. Just want to say that we appreciate you guys.
I was doing things. My bad.
I just want to say we appreciate you guys for listening. This should be a good one. We got a lot of stuff planned. There we go.
What'd that do? What did that just do?
It applauded.
Yeah. So let's get into it with the prayer.
Heavenly Father, I just want to come to you today and say thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to just fellowship and bond with each other and giving us this platform to share our relationship and our bond to the world. In Jesus Christ's great name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right. So I know kind of everybody outside the world knows of Texas Tech. They know y'all two as being great tight ends. And so I kind of just want to give the floor to introduce yourself, where you're from, kind of all that stuff, and just introduce yourself.
My name is Mason Tharp. I played tight end at Tech for 4 years. I'm from Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
Yes, sir.
Name's Jalin Conyers. I played at Tech 1 year. I was at Arizona State and Oklahoma before that, and I'm from Groover, Texas. So, I'm glad to got to come back home and play. It was cool.
Yes. So I know that we were all teammates with you guys. Loved you guys. Respected you so much for all the practices we had and times in the locker room, times on meals and everything. Love you guys. Glad you guys are able to be here on the podcast with us. But now that you guys are a step ahead of us in the professional process, we kind of want to give everybody a glimpse of kind of what your offseason has looked like so far. And so kind of just get into draft training and so combine training and then kind of how the ins and outs of every day looked and kind of just like the ups and downs of, being, by yourself and not being with, in a college setting. So, yeah, take it away.
Yeah, for me, I trained in Nashville, so I was out there by myself, really. I mean, you train with other guys, obviously, but I was by myself. And you kind of, get a little perspective of, it's like real life now. Like, you're not in college, you're not taking classes. Like, you really wake up, you go train for 4 to 6 hours, and then you're back home, not really doing anything. You kind of have to be disciplined, diet-wise, obviously not going out too much and doing dumb things. So it was definitely a different perspective for sure. You don't feel like a kid anymore. I think that was my biggest thing, was kind of just being like, oh, this isn't like you can just go hang out with your friends and your buddies and go hang out. Like, everyone's there to do their job. So it was fun. It's intense. Like, you're training 3 months to do something, for something you get at a max 4 chances at with the combine and pro day, like with the 40 and all the other drills you do. So you train 3.5 months for 4 attempts at something that, you got to impress scouts with. So it's intense, but I enjoyed the process. It was cool.
Yeah. What did your routine look like throughout the week? Did you lift every single day, run every single day, or did you go 6 days, 5 days a week?
Yeah, so usually it's just Monday. So Monday through Friday you're training. Monday would be your arm day, and so for us it'd be we were on the field at 7:30. So you start at 7:30 and you're doing your warm up, all that stuff, and then you do L drill and 3-cone that day. So basically the shuttle and the L drill. And then you go and do your arm lift, and then Tuesday would be speed day. So you're working just your 40. So because that was the biggest thing. Obviously you want to run a good 40. So you do just 40, then you do the leg workout. Wednesday you do routes or skill work really, and then Thursday you do arms again. That'll be another arm day, and you do vert and broad. And then Friday for us would be 40 again and leg workout. So it's pretty intense. You're doing it over and over and over and over again, trying to perfect it. So.
Yeah. So I know that more the college setting, we're trying to get stronger, trying to get bigger, trying to get faster. We're not really trying to do that for a testing purpose. Mm-hmm. So how was that switch of going from just being in the college weight room, trying to get big, trying to put weight on, to I'm just trying to run a 40. I'm just trying to have the best vert I can. I'm just trying to have the best bench I can. How is that balance?
It's definitely different, I think, just because for me wise, you feel like you're benching or you're squatting, you want to go up. It's all about when you're doing your leg day, it's all about speed. So you're doing box jumps, you're doing the Vertimax, you're squatting, but you're not squatting for weight. You're not trying to squat 500 pounds. You're trying to squat and make it go up faster every single time. We had a little camera thing, and you do how fast could you squat and how fast could you get up and work on your explosiveness. So it's definitely an adjustment, but you're not as sore, which is a plus. So like you're not like killing your body as much, but it's definitely like more of the mental side of things. Like you're not just worried about, oh, I'm trying to get strong and blah blah blah. Like you're like trying to make your body prepared to run fast and jump high and stuff like that.
Yeah, were you with other tight ends, or like who was like mainly your group? Or was this
Yeah, I trained with Gunnar Helm from Texas, Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame, Caden Prieskorn from Ole Miss, and then Tyler Neville from Virginia. So like Mitchell and Gunnar and me all got invited to combine. The other two didn't, but they went to pro day. So it's a really good class of tight ends this year. Like this whole tight end class is deep, like from the first dude to like the 30th. Yeah, so it's a deep class.
All right, Mace, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was good.
Similar experience?
Yeah, I trained in Midlothian, just south of DFW. And it was a smaller group of guys, but, I had teammates. I had CJ Baskerville and Braylon Carroll there, so I had some familiar faces. But, yeah, I know it's tough. You work out for the first half of the day, and then the rest of the day you're just pretty much sitting there by yourself. So it kind of gets a little lonely, not really know what to do yourself, but he definitely tests you, make sure you're doing everything right when it comes to eating, the nutrition part of everything. But really, like the training it's not like college at all. It's you're literally working out for the drills and the tests that you're going to be doing on pro day. So yeah, a lot of different stuff, and it was the same idea as Jalin, like just a little bit different days. They kind of mix it up a little bit, but yeah, Monday through Friday lifted, kind of went through all your L drill, shuttle, 40, and then our Saturday we went in on Saturday and just did like testing. So did like your 10-yard split, your 20-yard split, and then you would run, your full 40 and kind of get you some baseline times for that. And, it's also frustrating too because you have high expectations for yourself, and then you go out there and you don't do that in your testing, so you kind of get like frustrated with it, and you just have to trust the process and know that, there's different, what am I trying to say here? There's different levels to it. You're building, so you're not going to get it right the very first time you're doing it.
So y'all are testing every Saturday, not like every other? Or?
Yeah, ours was we would do like the 10-yard split one day, so trying to get that down, and then we'd do like shuttle and 3-cone stuff, or shuttle and 3-cone. And then like Monday and Wednesday, we just did skill work. So we had a skill trainer that we would do routes and whatever your position drills would do, I'd be doing.
So moving on to the combine and the pro day. So how did that go with whether it be scouts, like your agents in contact with them, and then GMs and coaches? How did like conversations go when you're in a big room talking to everybody, or when you're in one-on-one kind of interviews, and kind of what that looks like post those days? But then how did it look like during, and then getting into actual combine and pro day? Like what was like the feeling around it, like the nerves that were in it and everything that you were doing?
Yeah. And you talk to a majority of scouts if you get invited to a Senior Bowl. Like I went to a smaller Senior Bowl, a Tropical Bowl, and that's where I talked to majority of the teams. And then once you get to the pro day, those teams that you talk to are kind of, you might go and have another conversation with them at the pro day, but they're really, at least for the pro day, the Big 12 pro day, I just talked to one team, and that was just like a very basic, get to know you kind of interview. And then really after that is when you have more formal meetings. Like I had one with the Broncos with the tight end coach, and they installed a play, installed exactly how he would in the tight end room, and wanted me to identify the defense, how they would tell, what the whole offensive line, how they were going to block up that play, and really just test your knowledge of, of this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing for me. The combine, it was probably one of the more intense experiences of my life. I went to the East-West Bowl too, and so I did that, and that's where I met with a lot of scouts. And that's like, it's kind of like speed dating. Like they're asking, like, "Hey, where are you from?" This and that, like quick, easy questions. When you get to combine, like you sit down and like they're like it's legit. So
is that like the first day you get there, or the first day you get there is like medical?
Yeah. Well, the first day is kind of just like you kind of get acclimated. They have you like go get scanned for like Madden. You get to go do a couple of like events and get to do like pictures, stuff like that. But then like from like I think I was there for 5 days, from like day 2 to like even the last day, like after we ran, like you're doing interviews with teams. Like they can request you at any time. Like one of my friends got an interview request at 12 o'clock at night. Like he had to go at midnight and do an interview. So that's like crazy. It's wild. And like they know everything about you, like whether it's from 3rd grade, like, oh, I heard you kissed a girl in 3rd grade. Like, who was it? Like crazy stuff. I swear. And like, I remember getting asked like, I was like, yeah, like your mom was your principal in high school. It's like, yeah. They're like, yeah, we talked to her about how many times you got in trouble, this and that. And like, they know a bunch of different stuff. And like, and like the crazy part is like number one thing I got told was like, be honest. Because if you lie, they're going to know.
Right.
So like, I was like, I remember going in like to meetings. I was like, all right, if they ask me anything, like can't lie. But there'd be questions like they would ask, I'd be like, I don't even remember like that instance that they talked about. So it's intense. And then like he kind of said, like I went and interviewed this couple teams. They had me draw up some of the formations. They gave me 5 minutes to learn it. They do a 10-minute interview. Then you got 5 minutes like afterwards to like repeat the information that you get told. So it's a lot. And then like you said, like medical, like I was in the hospital for 8.5 hours just getting x-rays and MRIs, just like on anything. So basically like a team can be like, yeah, like they have your whole injury history like from your whole life, and they'll request anything. So like I probably got my foot MRI'd 3 times, x-rayed my foot and my neck probably 3 or 4 times, and they come check you out, move your stuff around. Like it's crazy. And like, cause they're making $1 million net investment like for them. So they want to make sure you're healthy and, you know, you're not going to come in and you have something slightly torn that you never told anyone about. So it was crazy. And then like, I feel like the combine's like built for you to perform like while you're at your worst. Like you don't get much sleep because you, like I said, you have to do interviews at night. You wake up at 6 every morning. You're doing stuff all day. So like I've even like going into the combine, like you get time to practice, but it's like you're tired, your body, like you haven't had enough time to do as much training as you do. Like you're there for 5 days. So you're really missing 5 days of training up until the day. So it's kind of designed, I feel like, to like see how you do at your work, maybe not your worst, but like under some stress. So that was like the only part I tried to keep in mind, but it was a fun experience. At the same time, it was a little crazy and insane. So
no, I appreciate y'all saying that. I know we talk about like, I know Joey talks about it a lot. Like this is the biggest job interview you could ever have. Mm-hmm. So like everything is like straight business. Have to be where you are. You know, dot your I's, cross your T's, all that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it gives you all a glimpse. Like this is something that everybody wants to do.
Yeah,
facts.
And you have to be so perfect with everything and how you handle everything and kind of all aspects of life lead up to this one point. Mm-hmm. You know, something you've been striving for your whole entire life, going to like running something twice. Yeah. So running 240. So like, how is that stepping up to the line, knowing everybody's watching you, everything's quiet, dude?
Yeah. Dude, it's like golf, dude. It's like I remember putting my hand on the ground and like you could literally hear anything.
I hear your heart.
Like, yeah. Like I remember putting my hands down and I was like, I'm about to throw up. Like this is crazy. And like it's just so intense because you, like you said, like you trained 3.5 months to do this twice. And like you get 2 attempts and whatever that number is, like that's the only thing you get. You get the pro day, like you get another chance, but this is like national TV, like everything. So it was like, for me, I was like, oh my God, like this is like insane. And I remember running and they didn't have our times up there and I was like, oh my God. And I thought I ran like a 4.9. Like I was like, oh, I didn't run fast. Like I started tweaking out, but yeah, I saw the time and I was like, all right, it's, you know, it is what it is. And I think that's the biggest thing, like, because you like everything you're gonna expect. Like the best I ran in practice was like a 4.6, like 8, I think. So like that was my goal, was like hit 4.6. You're on a 4.7, so you're like, it's kind of like what Coach McGuire says, like what's next? Like you can either be like, oh, I ran a 4.7, like everyone's gonna like think I'm slow, or you could go into the next thing and be ready and do a really good job at it. So that was kind of like my mentality going into it, but. Yeah, probably one of the scarier moments of my life. It might have been worse than any game I played in terms of being nervous. Mm-hmm. Like honestly, it's bad.
It's I don't even know how to describe describe the feeling like when you step into the line. Like especially like when I did the pro day, they had you're right. Like it's like the combine, like where they have the pro day or the 40 set up right on the sideline, and then you look down the lane and on the left side there's portable bleachers filled up with scouts right at the 40-yard line. And then you look on the right side, it's in the star, the permanent bleachers filled up with scouts.
All stopwatches, like, just like
right
this,
at the, like, it's probably 2 rows of scouts all the way up, right at the 40-yard line. And you're looking there, and it's dead silent. Like, and you're just looking down, and you're just like shaking. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And then you get down, and then you just black out whenever you run. And then you don't know your times. So then you like go over to your phone in between reps, like your trainers are texting you, okay, I got you at this. You're like, okay. And then they're like, all right, fix this in your technique. You try to do that the next time, and you just like after it's over with, it's like, I mean, whatever you did what it is.
Yeah,
I think that's interesting. So I didn't know that. So I thought whenever you ran, you just come back and run again. So you have time in between like reps and in between drills and stuff.
At least for me, there was 20 tight ends at the pro day. Yeah. So like I was the 19th guy. It's all alphabetical order. So I was the 19th guy, and so I ran, and there was 15 or 20 minutes before I ran the next rep.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
So like, and they like you get up to the line, they
That's
announce your name over the
crazy.
whole speaker, so the scouts know who you are. It's dead silent, and then like you just run.
Well, and yours was longer too because the running backs ran in between too.
Yeah, so like
at pro day.
So you would warm up. The running backs had to go before the tight ends go, and there was 15 running backs. So it's like you're warming up for 30 minutes before you even get to run your first time. Damn. And it's just
you got another 20 minutes before you run your second.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought they show like the time like on the screen or something.
No,
right
like
after.
at
So
the combine, I looked up and they didn't have it up there, and I was like, oh man, I thought I was gonna get because everyone looks up there, like you watch it on TV,
Yeah,
everyone
everybody
looks up,
looking up,
and
yeah.
you're like, oh okay, that's why I ran. Like the first run, they don't show it, and then the second run, like you catch the back half of them showing it. Like they'll barely show it right then. Like I took like as soon as I ran, I remember turning and looking. I was like, okay, I ran a little bit faster, but it goes away like so quick. It's almost like they don't want you to see it. But yeah, it was crazy. That was how mine was too. Like I was the fourth tight end, I think, but like they don't tell you who's not running. So I remember getting up there and they're like put us in like told us how to do the drill, and they're like, all right, Jalin, you're running second. I was like, I thought I was fourth. No, the first two aren't going. Okay, it's like you have to kind of speed up everything. So it's like. You gotta be ready, and like the warm up's almost the worst part too. Like I don't know how to describe the feeling. Like how he was saying, like it's like the most anxiousness ever. Yeah. Like I would compare it to like if I knew I was playing in a championship game. Like honestly, like it feels like
I was never that nervous for a football game. Like I get butterflies before every game, and that was a whole nother. You literally just thinking about the 3 months that you were working out for this moment, just to know you're never doing it again. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's crazy.
It's weird too because it's like it's not like you're trying to beat the dude across from you. Like you're trying to beat like yourself. Like you're not really worried about other people. Like you're like
there's like no competition. Like you're not running next to a guy like knowing all right, I can beat if I'm gonna win.
Like you're like all right, like you're running against a ghost. Like you're like all right, what can I do to be like point like that's a crazy part too. Is like you're trying to be like 0.2 seconds faster than the first time or whatever. So it's like. It's one little step, one little overstride. Like that's all. That's what it comes down to. It's crazy.
0.02 fast.
Yeah, literally.
And like the Big 12, it's all hand time.
Yeah.
So like all the
unofficial,
scouts, like they could stop you
different
at the
times.
39 yard line, or they could stop you at the 43 yard line.
Yeah.
So like they all get different times.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of tough, like knowing like okay, my trainer got me at this, but it doesn't matter if the scout got you at
they're going to take their number.
5 tenths of slower.
Yeah,
Right?
they're
It
gonna
doesn't matter. Like
yeah.
they're going to take their number. So yeah, it was just glad it's done with.
Yeah, seriously.
And so leading into that, so like pro day, right? I know we do a Big 12 pro day, and so like some other conferences don't do that. Your personal experience with it, would you have rather been able to be around us like here for pro day like it used to be, or was the Big 12 pro day like a good thing? You think?
I would much rather do it at the. It was a cool experience getting to talk to like all the other people playing your position in the Big 12, but I would much rather do it here because it's like familiar faces. You on the bench test. Like I had a TCU strength coach, so like I don't really have any relationship with him, and he just like spot me. But like if I was here at Tech, like we have Coach Lance and his staff. You're all familiar faces. They know how to like kind of get you going, and then you have all your old teammates there like hyping you up. And like whenever I was benching. Like I was one of the last guys, so everyone else already moved on to the next event. So it was like just silent, and so like Jalin didn't do it. So like he was the only one yelling whenever I was going. But like if we were doing it here, like you have all your teammates and the strength coaches.
The weight room would be rocking.
Yeah.
They'd have music on. You'd smell salts before you go.
But like
I think that's the whole point of a pro day too. Is like to be around your old
around your
teammates
guys.
and like that's the other thing. Even when it comes to the skill drills, like you're not throwing with your quarterback. You're throwing with we threw with. Josh Hoover from TCU, he came in through for people
because it was in
and then we had another dude that he got was it the gambling Iowa State gambling kid that got like cut from the team. He was throwing, and then some D3 guy. So it's like like he said, it's cool being around other guys. Like, but like I think the whole point of a pro day is to be like familiarity, be where like you kind of grinded it out and be with like your old teammates. Like everyone, like you go watch the pro day clips. Like all the teammates are there. They're in the huddle or they're standing there watching them throw, and like they're clapping when they throw a deep ball or like catch the ball. Like it's way different. Like it's kind of like combine. Like you catch something, it's dead silent. Like it just kind of like move on. So
because I remember like a couple years ago, we were all here.
Yeah, when they had it here.
Like everybody would be there. Like Kosai and Krishan, everybody was there to watch them bench.
Yeah, I skipped
And
class.
like everybody's there to go watch like Chad run a 40 because he was about to run sub 4.4, and like we're out there watching everybody do the drills, and like watch their 3-cone, like watch all that. So
Yeah.
it's interesting that we have,
Yeah.
you know.
And then I think that would just like help ease the nerves. and
Yeah,
everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure,
Right.
yeah.
Definitely would.
We even talked to Scout too, like me and Mason. The Scout was like, "It's great, like for them, because travel, like you don't got to go.
Everybody's in
you
the
don't
same
got to go to all
spot.
those schools, but it's also like he's like, you only. It's kind of like common, like you only get put through certain drills. So like at like a pro day, if it was here, like the coaches can put you through like say you want to do 8 routes and they want you to do like a cone drill and run around like at pro day, like you get 5 routes and then it's whatever like they designed it to be.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't get to do anything extra like the roll, like you know some of the quarterbacks like they'll roll out and throw an 80-yard bomb like
Yeah.
they don't pro day dudes don't get to do that. Like you got to throw the simple routes and then you're done. So like I said, it's like the scouts like even are kind of like it's good and bad. Like so.
Yeah.
I mean, I if I was Coach McGuire, I would have a tech pro day even after Big 12 pro day, like something like Colorado,
'Cause,
Arizona
they're
State.
doing some private
yeah, like they're
ones.
doing some
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like
And it just gives you another chance too. Like
Yeah.
if you weren't happy with your numbers, like
Right.
give it another shot and
100%.
do better.
Like, there's nothing wrong going to a pro day, doing interviews, and then having your own personal. I don't think just because, like I said, like you want to be. I feel like a pro day is meant to be like comfortable. Like you going into it, like you're going to want to be in a comfortable environment. You be around your guys. You want to go like have a good time, you know.
Yeah.
And it was kind of. I feel like that kind of made it more. Obviously, it is business like at the end of the day, but that was kind of like a try hard version of Combine. It's kind of like Walmart, and what's the lower version of Walmart? It's kind of what it felt like. I don't know.
Walmart is my.
Well, no, I'm saying like Walmart. It's like like the Combine's Walmart, and then Pro Days
Dollar
like
General?
Yeah, like
yeah.
not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but I'm just saying in terms of like being able to be around people and be around
That's better.
yeah.
Target and Walmart.
Target and Walmart. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so now that that's passed, now that pro day's done and combine's over, what is your day-to-day life looking like now that you have like your training's done, but then like the
Trying to
calls
stay in
from your
shape.
agent, staying in shape, kind of what that looks like, kind of what schedule you're on, what does it all look like, and what's your freedom? What do you have to be ready for?
Yeah, like now that we're done, like we're obviously back in Lubbock, and you get to train at the facility and stuff, and it's a whole nother kind of it's different training. Like you are not in football shape for those 3.5 months. You were literally training to run 40 yards, run 8 routes. Like that's what you were in shape for. Now, so it's getting back into football shape because after the draft, like you're going to be going into rookie minicamp not too long after that, and then just if you have any interviews, you can get called or text the day of an interview like, hey, we want to meet you like tonight, or it's just you just have to have your phone on pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
They like fly you out or like
Yeah, so there's like they'll fly you out if you have like a 30 interview, which is like the top 30 guys they have on their draft board, and that could be first rounder guys through 7th, and then preferred free agents too. So like we both have one of those in April. We have to I have to go to Chicago for it, and like that's going to be in front of maybe the GM, head coach, position coach. Like they're going to be like
Grilling
interviewing you in person, and then like I've had a few just on Zoom too.
Yeah, that's like you said. Yeah, like the Dolphins came and worked me out the other day, so like I had to be like you just kind of have to be ready for that type of stuff, and that's what my agent says. Like have your phone on 24/7 because you never know when a team's gonna call and be like, hey, get on a plane and come work out. So like me and him, like we've been working out together, just kind of trying to stay in shape. It's like we even ran the other day, and we were like, it's kind of humbling. Like we ran a couple hundreds, and we were like, whoa, like it's way different than just running 40 yards and being done for the rest of the day. So. But yeah, just being ready for that and then interviews and stuff like that. Yeah, it's an exciting process for sure. It is a little nerve wracking though, that because now it's feel like every day you get closer to finding out if your name's gonna get called, what team you're gonna be on, like because then it's like this real life job. Like you got to go there, you got to move there, you got to take your whole life there. Like your whole life's going to a whole different place. So it's fun. It's cool. Like a little process to think about, and being back home is always nice. Like being around y'all, getting to watch spring practice, stuff like that. So it's cool.
Yeah. So, kind of moving into the next thing, we talked a lot about ball and all that. So now we're gonna try to reflect on your time here at Tech and see, what your kind of favorites were and all that stuff. So, but first we're gonna get to Coach Cochran, our tight end coach. What do you guys love about him and what he does, and maybe pitch to some new tight ends that might try to want to come here and get a little recruiting pitch, and maybe your favorite story. I know there's a really funny one with the bowl game and all that, but yeah, talk to me about your favorite times.
Yeah, Coach Cochran, he's probably the hardest working guy I know. Just he's like when they say first in the building, last guy out. Like that's him. Like he's gonna be the first one in and last one out.
No, if y'all have ever seen Mason do a video, so we had to do like a team commitment week. It was like 3 years ago, and Mason did it of Coach Cochran. It's the funniest video because it is spot on exactly what he's like. And so y'all have to check it out. I don't even know where it is anymore.
Yeah, it's on Twitter somewhere.
Somewhere,
I'm sure, but yeah, no, it's
Dark web.
yeah.
like he was an All-American at Texas. Started 3 years, even as a freshman, and got hurt and wasn't able to go. But he was going to be a first-round draft pick as offensive lineman, and so he's one of the hardest working guys I know. And then his knowledge just of the game of football has helped me tremendously. I feel like that's helped me a lot prepare for these, interviews with scouts and stuff. And then just, the effort that he's going to put in every single day, he's going to make sure we're at our best. We're, performing at our best, ready for the game each and every week. So it's awesome. I'm very grateful for him. And, even Coach McGuire, like the staff that's what you see is what you're going to get. And that's how they are every single day. And, I couldn't be more grateful because they've helped me come a long way, especially my time being here or ever since they got here.
Yeah, I feel like I was there literally just to give Coach Cochran a hard time. I feel like I kept him lighthearted for sure. But yeah, I mean, he kind of, for me, I mean, he really did. He kind of changed my whole perspective on being a dynamic, versatile tight end. Like, I mean, I'm sure y'all heard, like, coming into, like, Tech, like, my whole thing was, like, I was only good at, like, catching the ball and being more of a receiving tight end, and how big my ass was. I was like, you know what, like, you got to be able to block, too. And so, I think that was a big thing is he was able to kind of get me to flip my mindset. Even, like, I didn't go through spring ball, so that kind of sucked. But even going into fall camp, like, he was riding me the whole time. Pause. Dang it. That was bad. That was bad. My fault. Pause. That's fine. But anyway, he was just riding, like, my coattails about just being like, dude, like, if you want to get drafted, if you want to accomplish what you want to get done, like, you're going to have to be able to block. And, I mean, shout out to Mason, too, for being able to help me with that and, like, being a good example or whatever. But it was just something. Like, bro, what?
Just hated when Mason was blocking me.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
You get full extension, you still
yeah, you're just like this. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, Coach Cochran, he changed my whole perspective, and I really owe him a lot for putting me in the spot to where I am to possibly get drafted. So yeah, it's been an awesome experience, being around him for a whole season, be around even Mason, everyone in general at Tech, but especially like the tight end room. It was definitely a fun time. Y'all were in our meeting room right next to us, so y'all heard us get yelled at and, all that stuff. So I'm sure y'all probably know some of the other stories we had to go through. But, yeah, I mean, it's all out of love. Obviously he has a kid now and coming on, like, about to have another kid. So, he's a family guy. And, just being around him has been awesome. And I appreciate him a lot. And I always love and cherish him for, what he helped me accomplish. So,
Yeah. I mean, we all love Coach Cochran, and we're on the other side of the ball. Like, we love the energy that he brings every day, and so we can definitely see, like, how he pours into everybody, whether you're in his position group or not. Like, he really cares about everybody here, and so, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell he loves his job,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's ultra competitive when it comes like inside run. Like he's gonna be talking mess to the defensive guys. Like he's more excited than anyone on the staff. Like when it comes to inside run and seeing the offense do good as a whole.
That
And,
hat fly.
dude, the hat throws, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
probably,
gosh, man.
funny moments about Coach Ryan. Like his
I'm gonna
first
feel
instinct
bad
when he
for him,
gets
bro.
mad is just grab his hat and throw it. And like he has a technique down to it where he just throws it like
Bro, let's stay in the air for 20 seconds.
and, and
The amount of time that we have spent just watching Coach Cochran's reactions to plays is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Because
it's
when the hat comes off, you don't know if it was a good play or bad play if you're just watching him.
no, for sure.
Until he throws it down or if he throws it
Yeah.
up. If he throws it up, it was a touchdown.
He definitely has like I think he has the best reactions because like bro, sometimes he'll even do the thing where he just like throws his like head down and like bends and like he's like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? Like probably my favorite story is when Jason in 9-on-7 and he was like, don't go back in the game, like ever, like stop, never go back in again. It was bro. We were sitting there and like it's like you got to try not to laugh because like he's very serious. But he's like, don't ever play again. Don't go back in ever. Like, it was the funniest thing ever. That was
But then you go, and then you go look at the play, and it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
That just shows you like how much he expects out of us.
For sure.
It's like every single play, because it could not even be that bad, but he's still going to be, throwing his hat or like just mad at you in the moment. But like that just shows you like how much he cares about us and how successful we be.
No, 100%, 100%. So now, kind of get into teammates. Kind of who was like not your most favorite teammate, because we don't want to get to that, but like some of the best like times you had, and whether that be on the road or in a meeting or kind of whatever that is in the locker room. Kind of what was kind of something that sticks out in your mind as like the best moment, sharing with teammates and being at Tech, whether that be like 4 years ago or being just for you, JC, last year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's so funny because I think back all the time, and people ask me about my experience here, and I was like, I felt like I was here for so much longer than a year for like all the stuff you go through. Like, even like I was talking to a scout, he's like, "What's the hardest thing you ever gone through?" I was like, the program. Like, that was the hard. Like that year, like when we went and got, like when we went and got on that beach and stuff. I was like, dude. I was like, bro, that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I remember being there, and it felt like we were there for 2 days. And but I mean, I had some cool memories. Like, even like being, I remember the first time I think I ever went out in Lubbock. Like, B-Ram was dancing in the back, and that was the first time I ever met B-Ram. And Wig was performing, so that was cool. Going to the lake with like Ben and like Jason being passed out like after we're on the lake. Like, so when he wakes up. He like woke up and was like a new person. That was awesome. And we had a golf ball get to like, what was it, concrete?
Yeah, there was like, it was like turf, and then there was a little rock lip. And everyone was hitting golf balls. And I swing, whack, and the ball comes out kind of low. It whacked the lip. It came back and hit me in the foot. It was.
Well, the best part was like someone who I think Murder kept saying like, "Be careful because you're gonna hit like yourself or like break the glass," and it still ended up happening.
This isn't like just some huge lip that Ben hit. They completely topped the ball.
It's like this. Like, it wasn't crazy. Like,
he couldn't do it again if he tried.
No, for sure. It was
once in a lifetime.
Yeah,
I do it a lot.
Being around Murder was awesome. I mean, being around everybody, like being in the locker room. Especially, I think it was more too because you're like in the old locker room we were in, where it was like the little what are those train like the
Oh yeah, we've gone over that.
Yeah,
like, the old locker room.
Yeah, you're
and
like this next to each other, and like you kind of have to like. I remember I loved Rigsby to death, but golly, man, like, put some deodorant on, brother. So like there was obviously some cool moments, and being around everybody, like my whole experience was awesome. Like, I honestly probably couldn't tell you a bad moment, like besides maybe getting yelled at a couple of times, but other than that, I mean, that's part of college football, so it was cool.
Yeah, no, I would agree too. There was not a bad moment there. You always were doing so much stuff. Like going to the lake, that was always a good time. We try to, have as many people out there as possible and, hang out and kind of get to know each other, going to Wiggs concerts. You had the whole football team there, and, that was always cool. You're, listening to your teammates sing, and, everyone's having a good time, and, I really don't know. Like Jalin said, I don't know a bad time that we had. Besides losing games, that was probably bad. But other than that, everything was really fun, and love all y'all guys so much that
Logie's had some great memories too. Logie's had some great moments.
Crazy memories, bro.
Logie's had some good moments. I only got it for a year, but I heard some stories, so it was pretty cool.
Logie's crazy. What was y'all's welcome to college moment?
Ooh,
mine was probably. My freshman year when Tyree Wilson was here. He obviously was 7th round seventh pick overall. So big time NFL guy, and I came in at 225 pounds, and I was told I had to cut him off in the C gap, and I just remember his arms I have long arms, but his arms are just as long, and he's also weighed probably 50 pounds more than me and way stronger than me, and I just remember just like getting lifted up pretty much and moved out of the hole. Like, I was like, I don't even know what you can do in that situation. I was like, this is because you go from high school and just dominating everyone, and then you go against a guy like that, and it's just like I got to get in the weight room.
Yeah, I mean, he's 7th overall pick for a reason.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, at OU, like, I mean, I kind of have too, but like OU, like, I mean, I was like, I came from a super small school. Like, I was really a hooper. I kind of just got in football. And I remember going in and like practice and not really knowing what to expect. And I remember lining up for one-on-ones for the first time, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I mean, you would have thought I was a freshman, like, JV player from like going up against some of the guys. Like, I can't remember some of their names, but like some, like obviously NFL draft guys, like strapped, like at the line, like I couldn't get off the line. Like I looked stupid, like bad. And I was like, wow, like I remember going and my coach was like, if you want to play here, like you better, like he said some choice words, but like you better step up. So like that was kind of like my welcome, just like being around like anyone at OU. And then my welcome to Texas Tech moment was probably when West dang near knocked me out. That was
Dang near is crazy.
okay. He might have knocked me out, but like it's just like, oh, bro, he's so small and like powerful.
He doesn't look like he's gonna.
No, and then he just throws his head into you, and like I love Wes. Like me, like after that moment, me and Wes became good friends. But like I remember getting hit, and I was like, "What happened?" And Coach Conker was like, "We were watching on film," and I was like, "I don't remember what happened." I was on the ground. I remember getting up and like looking around, and be like, "Did I do something, or like what had happened?" So yeah, that was definitely a welcome to Texas Tech moment for sure. But yeah.
The
Meatball,
shout out
man.
West.
Shout out Meatball, man.
Welcome to
Shout out
West
West. Yeah, welcome to West Texas for sure.
Vantage shrimp. That guy, he has a powerful punch.
Oh my gosh, man.
So now kind of just get into your favorites, just getting people to know you.
Yeah, like on a more personal
Level.
Yeah.
So just talk about your families and how that looked growing up and kind of the life that you had before you got here and kind of what made you get into football.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing tackle football in 2nd grade.
Early.
Yeah, early. Played flag football, obviously before that, and but had both my parents, in the house with me and my older sister. So I started playing tackle football in 2nd grade. Played a couple of other sports, but that was my favorite one, and kind of stuck with that throughout, my whole growing up. And that's ultimately what I got recruited as. And then, my sister played soccer at OU, so that was always a dream. Like, okay, my sister went and played a Division I sport, and got her school paid for. And you always like want to get your school paid for, especially at that level, and not have your parents pay for it. So that was always my dream to do, and ultimately with the ultimate goal of playing in the NFL, which is getting a little bit more surreal now. But you just trying to follow my sister's footsteps. Even though she plays soccer, but play football at a high level in college.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, came from a super small town. Three little brothers, one little sister. Both my parents, yeah, like Mason, I started playing tackle football in 2nd grade. It really wasn't even my main sport. Like I wanted to play basketball. Really, the only reason I played football in college because my dad convinced me that I was going to be a better football player than basketball player, which I still argue with him a little bit about. But that's another story. But yeah, I mean, it was. Like when I got a bunch of offers out of high school, obviously God had a plan for me, and it was to play football. And I think my parents have supported me through that for really everything. I mean, whether it was sending me to camps when I was in high school or, just sacrificing $140 for me to get the cleats I wanted because I wouldn't stop complaining or whatever the case was. I just think they did a really good job of supporting me and, helping me chase my dream. And like Mason said, like this has been my dream now since I was really like to be a professional athlete since I was really like, I remember when I was like, not specifically, but I remember like 5 or 6, like I had a ball and I knew I was like, my parents were like, yeah, like this is something we're going to put him in because he's really good at it. And I think I was 8 years old when I wrote like my first thing is like, I'm going to be a professional, like whether it's baseball, football, basketball, whatever, like that's what I was going to do. So like you said, like it's getting surreal now. Like we're really less than a month away now from possibly living out that dream. So it's definitely something that, my family, I thank you for. And, yeah, it's been cool to like go through this process with them. Like I can still call my mom every day and tell her about what teams have called me or what's going on in my life, just stuff like that. Because I think that's important. Like obviously keep them in the loop and keep communicating with them because they were the ones that helped me get here.
If y'all could play any other sport, what would it be? Go with Mason first. We know what Jalen's is.
Yeah, it'd
You're
probably
a pretty
be
good swimmer, huh?
Yeah, I swam for 10 years on like our neighborhood swim team, and I've started to like look back, like, man, the way my body's feeling after college football, like swimming doesn't sound too bad. Especially like I have the body type for it. When you look at those Olympic guys, like they're all 6'6", 6'7", like they're all super tall guys, and I was actually a really good swimmer. They had like, I guess, the championship for like our area, and like I've won that on like breaststroke. So like I was a pretty solid swimmer, and then I did that for 10 years and got worn out of that, and I played lacrosse for a year or two.
Ooh,
that was like a new sport around our area, so I played that, and it was like that was a pretty fun sport. And then ultimately just started playing basketball, and I would probably play basketball. I would probably maybe start dribbling a little bit more instead of just playing the five. So yeah, because that's a hard sport to get recruited at, and my size is not playing the sport, the post. They have the 7-footers for that. So
LeBron's 6'9", right?
Yeah, I'd be having to do what LeBron's doing. So definitely probably start dribbling a little bit more and working on all that stuff. So.
That's crazy to think that you're an average size hooper.
Yeah, that's insane to think about.
Even when I was here in the Cash, like the basketball team, like JT Toppin and Ferdico, like standing next to them, like, damn, like y'all make me feel small.
Yeah,
it's wild just to think the size difference just in basketball from football.
Yeah, obviously mine's basketball, but I would kill to be good at golf. Like golf's like my new obsession. Like I love playing golf, so I'm trying to get good at that so I can play in like the celebrity tournaments and do all that stuff. So it'd be pretty cool.
All right, favorite Lubbock restaurant. So not a chain, but the Lubbock local you can think of.
On a nice level, I would say Las Brisas, and then like more casual, Las Brisas and Kegel's. Those are good. Kegel's is a more casual steakhouse. Las Brisas is very nice. But then I'd say Blue Sky. I think their burgers are some of the best I've ever had.
Blue Sky's so gas.
They have a variety of foods there, but I think those burgers they're hard to beat.
I don't think I've ever seen you eat at Blue Sky. From how many years?
No, I eat there.
I only say that though because he always gave me crap about being fat, and when I was like, "Hey, you want to go eat here, bro? You're so fat, bro." Like all the time. So that's the only reason I said that. But dude, yeah, I'd probably say the same thing, Las Brisas, but I like Pancake House. Like I think that place is so gas. Yeah. So I'd probably say that's my number one.
All right, go to gas station snack.
Man, I have a major sweet tooth, so probably like. Sweet Tart Ropes, Sour Patch Kids, any like candy like that, kind of depending on what they have, and then a soda. So like Dr. Pepper, that's probably my go-to.
Bro, y'all know those white honey buns?
What?
The glazed honey buns,
bro.
And you wonder why I used to call them fat. Things like that.
All right, relax. Bro, tell me it wasn't gas.
It is good.
What?
That's not something you should eat all.
Yeah, no, I can't get that all the time.
Nah,
bro, those honey buns were gas. And then really, bro, I always had an obsession with Gatorade, like yellow Gatorade. Bro, yellow Gatorade. Yellow Gatorade
likes the Gatorade.
What do you like?
Drinking yellow Gatorade.
I'm not saying.
What's your
I hate
favorite
yellow
Gatorade?
I like cucumber Gatorade.
Cucumber Gatorade.
No one's gonna say.
No one will say
sick.
cucumber.
Cucumber is
Gatorade.
disgusting.
That is nasty.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever seen someone go, "Yeah, I'm gonna get the cucumber Gatorade."
Thank you.
Well, now you know somebody.
Yeah. Ben is the only person in the world that
You might actually be. Bro, every time I've gone to the gas station, every
the
Gatorade,
Roberts.
there's missing Gatorades, not cucumber.
No.
The Roberts family. Alive.
So do you like cucumbers? Like you would eat, just sit there?
Love them with some salt. Yeah.
Oh man.
There's a lot of
He salts his
Maybe
cucumber
throw
Gatorade.
up.
Really?
Sometimes.
You put salt in it?
Sometimes.
Yes.
If I take it home, I put some salt in it.
Yes.
Hannah accidentally got the like Gator Lights and cucumber, and no one drank them, so she gave the entire case to Ben.
She never put them out. She never put them out.
She never put them out and just gave it to you.
And then she was like, "Hey, y'all come try this." So we all tried it. And
I
was
almost
like,
threw up.
It's pretty good.
Is that
almost threw
bad?
up.
I've never tried it, but it just doesn't sound appealing.
So
Go
cucumber,
try it.
like
It's
cucumber
horrible.
Gatorade's already gross, but then cucumber Gatorade with like a dump of salt in it.
It's
It's it's terrible.
And think about that
Well, I don't like
after a
cucumbers though, so I'm like,
Yeah,
why would I try
yeah,
it?
I don't like
Right, bro.
after the fall camp.
favorite tech game that you played in.
Man.
Ooh.
I have a few, or I have two probably. First one would be probably when we won our bowl game the freshman year. You always grow up like, man, you see these college guys like with rings and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want the big ring, the Big 12 championship or the national championship ring, but winning that bowl game and then finally getting a ring, be like, man, I got a ring in college, and not many people can say that. And then when we beat Texas and Lubbock, like that's probably my all-time favorite. Game. Yeah, overtime, and we kicked a field goal on the north side of the field, and then everyone rushed, and it took 45 minutes just to get from the north side of the stadium to the locker room for Coach McGuire's post-game speech, and so that was probably my two favorite there.
Yeah, I have two too. Honestly, this might be a hot take, but the ACU game, like how crazy that one was. That might be. Listen, that might be a hot take. Listen, that might be a hot take because of how close.
That's fair. They put up a lot of
points. Bro, we scored. Here's the thing: we scored 50. I know. No, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, I think for me it was more about like my whole family was there because like it's my first game, my first catch was a touchdown. Yeah, like it was. And hey, we won the game, and we won in overtime. So at the end of the day, we had a good finish.
It's fair.
It's fair. So we did win. And then other than that, probably definitely we weren't at home, but the Iowa State game, that was probably one of the cooler moments. Like even like that feeling, like just getting on the bus and knowing we did that was super cool. It's crazy we beat both teams in the Big 12 championship this year. That was I think about that a lot.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sickening. Very sickening.
Weirdest teammate.
I think I know Mason's answer. Weirdest? Ooh.
Probably Dingle.
I forgot about Dingle.
Yeah, he's an odd cat. Love him. He's a funny guy, but he's a little oddball there.
I'd probably say Vinny.
Vinny's scary.
Vinny's like he's cool, but it's like he does have that little quirk to him. I
think he's also just so much more mature than a lot of people in the building. That might be it, but he is
he does seem like he's 38 sometimes, for sure.
Bro, it's because you look at him, he has a bald head,
yeah. But I mean, I feel like everyone's a little weird. John Curry's up there too.
Yeah, John.
I saw Vinny today, and he was just wearing street clothes, and I literally thought he was one of the maintenance guys.
That's crazy,
dude. Well, because you see random people coming here to work all the time, fix something.
He's gonna try to kill you in fall camp now.
I'm trying to, dude. I feel like we've had some even my 1 year here. I've been around some weird people.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to keep track of everyone.
Yeah, DJ too.
DJ Kress.
Being around DJ, that was interesting. Yeah. Ugh.
All right, top 3 favorite movies.
Oh, that's so hard. Top 3. I mean, you can't say anything.
That was crazy. That was very crazy.
What was I supposed to say? That's difficult. That's probably what I should have said. That's difficult.
That's so hard.
I didn't do it like that. I didn't do it like that. Top 3 favorite? Gladiator, probably.
Which one?
The first one.
Agree.
Yeah, Gladiator. I'll probably throw
is that 3 or is that 1?
Oh, I gotta do them in order. Oh, Gladiators won't. Oh no, let me think. Then I gotta rethink. I'm gonna put a football movie in there. I'm gonna put it at 3. I'm gonna put Remember the Titans at 3.
Okay.
You can't just bro. It's not your favorite. It's
They said the top 3 favorite.
You just
movies.
threw it in there, just to throw it in there.
I'm saying it's
trying to put it in order.
I'm saying
it's his top 3. It's his top 3.
I'm getting attacked.
It's his top 3. It's his top 3.
Okay, Gladiator is the best movie of all time. That's number 1 for me.
Okay.
Number 2, I'd probably say. Oh, I wish I could put a series. Can't though.
You see what I'm saying? Wait.
Well, because the whole series is really good.
What?
Okay, the Equalizer series. I love the Equalizer series, and then I'd probably put Remember the Titans at 3.
Okay. No John Wick.
I like Equalizer better than John Wick.
Star Wars, Transformers, Doom.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I've never watched a Transformers movie. I've never watched a Star Wars movie. I've never watched a Harry Potter movie.
All right, so his take immediately becomes invalid because he hasn't watched.
I've never seen any of the Transformers. I've never seen any of the Harry Potters. I've never seen any
you don't
of
watch
the
movies. That's why you just threw the Remember the Titans in there.
All right, Mason, please.
I've never watched any of the Fast and Furiouses. I've never watched.
Please give us.
I don't watch a whole lot of movies either. like I'm more of like a TV show guy, but like I love the Fast and Furious series.
Okay.
Gladiator was cool too. I just remember watching Gladiator 2 and then going and we beat Oklahoma State, and that was kind of like the whole thumbs down deal. Like that was a and I don't know a third, but I would have to say like Yellowstone, that TV show. That's probably my favorite.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big movie geek.
There's a lot of things I haven't seen, unfortunately. I feel like.
J-Rod's a great geek.
What's your top 3?
Yeah, hey, it's all right.
No, what's your
It's
top
y'all's.
3?
It's y'all's. It's y'all's.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
No, it's okay.
You have to say it now.
Say it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Go ahead.
The guest asked.
It's okay. It's okay.
You just say it real quick.
So, just changing gears, we want to appreciate y'all for being on. Y'all are first guests that we've had, and y'all were amazing. Love the conversation, man. Appreciate you guys coming back and being back here in Lubbock. You know, we love you guys. I hope that, you know, we all stay in touch, and I know we will, and hang out in the future and all that. Wish nothing for the best for you guys in the draft and where you go, and know that we'll be, you know, thinking about you, praying about you, and all that stuff. And so, that being said, Chess Turnbow with CT Designs got us these hats, and so it has our logo on them. They're water resistant, and they last. And so there's no sweat lines, there's none of that. And so he said he has a hat for like a year, and it still looks like a brand new hat. And so if you guys go check him out, he makes amazing stuff. And so just thank him for that. But get into the verse of the day.
It's going to be coming from Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. And it says, since God chose you to be the holy people he loves, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience.
Amen.
Go on.
So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can get another one of these out. I don't know, this may be our MO.
Yeah.
With
this is definitely
we
gonna
had
be
a
our
great
MO,
time doing this. Hopefully you guys had a great time.
Yeah,
listening.
thank y'all for having us. We're,
seriously.
we're
Thanks for
excited
having us.
about this
Appreciate
season
it.
and
Yeah.
everything,
Thank you
how
for
far y'all
giving
came. And
everyone an insight to the future.
Yeah.
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 absolutely,
Y'all's future.
for sure.
Yeah.
Anything for y'all.
So then
I'd
definitely.
love a Take 5 shirt.
We don't have shirts. We don't have
fine.
merch.
We don't have merch.
Use where you pitch it, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
we have 39 subscribers. We're not at shirt level yet.
I think it's just our families watch it multiple times.
Y'all
But,
want merch.
yeah. But
But yeah, wishing y'all the best in y'all's
Yeah,
career.
Thank you,
seriously.
bro. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all.
And,
I'm ready to see y'all do it too.
love you guys. I know we went to war with you guys, and seriously have all the respect in the world for both of you. Even though Jalin was a shorter time with you, but like seriously, all the respect in the world.
Appreciate it.
Excited to see what you guys can do, and you know we'll be there every step of the way with you guys. In the back of your minds, just know we're there,
Yep.
cheering you
Appreciate
on.
it.
Jersey
So-
swap coming soon.
Yeah.
For with y'all. So
Heck yeah.
I'm excited.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Oh wait,
Here we go.
Come on, Ben.
Cue the music.
I'm
Ben.
on it. I'm on it.
There we go. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. See you guys next time.